Meanwhile, aboard the... This is an adult bull shark. Fast, fierce, and armed quite literally to the teeth, she has little to fear here in the Gulf. The Predator's 350 fearsome teeth are put on full display. Astounding for a large marine predator. A breaching shark is a rare and calorie-intensive spectacle. While it is well known that sharks feed on mollusks, fish, and seals, less discussed is their propensity to feed on food. It must be emphasized that this sort of targeted violence is quite unusual for a shark.
Got a fin! This shark is a good weapon and nose. Go get him, Chan. How you doing there, shark? Hey, she putting up a fight for sure. She's sure making a lot of splash.
Look at them teeth. Ooh, she gonna make quite a mantelpiece. Got us some dinner coming, boys.
Let's get her up on deck, huh?
A famous big-game hunter once posited that after an animal had tasted human flesh, it forsakes its natural prey in a deadly single-minded search for the most dangerous game. The bull retreats to the grotto for refuge and quiet reflection. Rising sea levels have made once unreachable corners of the bayou accessible. Remember, when planning a cemetery, try to avoid high-risk coastal areas. Anyone who has delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything. I have one of those new pop-up tub stoppers at home, and let me tell you, those things are just a magnet for hair and... Goaded by lusty appetites, the shark's sole aim is to eat and evolve. The muskellunge, or muskie, is a freshwater fish commonly found throughout the Great Lakes region, so I have no idea what it's doing here. The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. The solitary hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment. A clock would hardly be the strangest thing ever retrieved from a crocodile's mouth. No one can tell what may be found in a shark's stomach. It's truly the ocean's garbage can. The bull shark is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater. I used to buy Sunshine sunscreen until I read it contains 7 hormone-disrupting chemicals and palm oil. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. While adorable, these soft-stuff mascots don't provide much in the way of nutritional value. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. The rapacious rover is always swimming, searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. In spite of their reputations as wrestlers, alligators haven't mastered the nuances of scientific holds like the figure 4. Vegetation salinity zones in this area include fresh marsh, intermediate marsh, brackish marsh, and saline marsh. The resilient bull shark is able to navigate all of them with ease. Aquatic's keystone predators has led to a superabundance of catfish, which is just fine by local bully Rosie the alligator. Like most fish out of water, sharks have trouble breathing on land. If a group of consenting adults wants to perform cryptic rites to shadow forth the prophecy of the great old ones, who am I to judge? Once those gills get dry, it's time for the shark to return to the water. Caviar Key features painted sails, a luxury 5-star resort built over the remains of Tunamacha, a pre-Columbian city that was once host to the most advanced civilization in ancient America. After losing to King Crush in the 2011 Monster Mania semifinals, Big Finn stepped away from the limelight for a simpler, more natural way of life. A quiet space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality. If you're like me, you're probably wondering what their secret is for such durable papier-mâché. Prosperity Sands features glittering white beaches fenced off for the sole enjoyment of the ultra-rich, mega-rich. Port Clovis considered removing these naval mines after the war, but the city had already spent its annual budget booking a Nickelback cover band for the 4th of July. Every summer, Port Clovis plays host to the Megasonic Electro Carnival, giving a real boost to the local MDMA industry. The shark proves as slippery as it is deadly. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hidden artificial colors or flavors. Pulling off a successful casino heist is made even harder when you drive off the road into the ocean and drown. After the end of the tiki craze, bar owners toss their Polynesian-inspired decor into the Gulf, where their kitchen charm is completely lost on native marine. Golden Shores was built as vacation residences for wealthy out-of-towners. With spectacular ocean views, upon using this medication, if you experience priapism, do not attempt to improvise your own surgical shot. This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious mass. The peace of the grotto enables the shark to approach the world with greater confidence and effectiveness. Protein caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake. Sapphire Bay's famous Pier 1, Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. The seawolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. pride in boat ownership manifests itself in a variety of ways here in Port Clovis. While homeless and itinerant hobos will work for a living, they are not to be confused with bums who are sedentary and refuse to work, like my son Joe. There's no such thing as a recession-proof business, except for the frozen banana stand. Whether boom or bust, the demand for reliable, quality frozen bananas remains a constant. A bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. Sometimes even sharks just need to dirty bulk. As we face impending resource scarcity and declining living standards, it's nice to know that in the meantime there's still a place to get a good bamboo fusion massage. Sharks' propensity to clear the ocean of its assorted detritus is one of their most valuable functions. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. Not really a gourmand, the bull shark will eat just about anything. As a result of industrial pollution and sewage wastewater, Dead Horse Lake was designated a Superfund site in 1996. As with many social movements, the annual Driftwood Man Festival purports to foster progressive change, but it's really just an excuse for hippies to flout public nudity laws. The spring of '73 was a magical time in Port Clovis, when local favorite Trash Talk placed 20th in the Derby, and the city placed first in the country for petty theft. The predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. While most know him as the friendly face of Captain Winky's Fish and Chips, in real life, the pirate was a genocidal monster who murdered and enslaved thousands. Until local police departments settle a dispute over jurisdiction, these two remain a popular attraction for selfie-seeking snorkelers. The shark returns to the grotto to focus on personal transformation. The artist spent 16 years building this sculpture out of trash pulled from the lake, only to have it thrown back in the lake by intoxicated locals. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition. This shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. Several grouper have made a home near the retired nuclear cooling towers. This is a great opportunity for the shark to test the theory that exposure to gamma rays gives you superpowers. We appreciate the grant from Sunshine Solutions that made this show possible. We'd also like to remind viewers that mass cloning and gene editing for today's military is safer than ever. The water's murkiness or turbidity can significantly raise the risk of a shark attack. A shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta. Shark versus dolphin. Orca versus giant squid. Boat versus pylon. When establishing dominance, the contest is usually a deadly one, with survival as the prize. The threats to our ocean seem overwhelming, but by working together now, we can ensure that future generations always have a place to dump their old tires. You'd be surprised how easy it is for a shark to confuse a swimmer's kicking foot for a wounded fish. Shark attacks are viewed as a freakish aberration.
Kinda regular there at Flamingo Joe's. You say it's a tourist trap. But it's the only place to get a decent Sazerac that don't have me on their do not serve list.
The scourge of the swampland, Bayou Willie. The shark's reckless behavior only further incenses Port Clovis' citizens.
fishermen, that's between them and him, yeah?
The bull shark demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet. Handyman special overlooking breathtaking panoramic lake views. Open living with vintage appeal. Call Devon. Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible. Like many animals, sharks need to breathe to live.
Say what you want. Them hobos, good workers. Unlike my so-called son, Kyle. That's why I pay him to stay on the lookout for that shark.
Natural cowards, shark owners will often call for backup upon spotting. The bartender life ender, Bobby Bojangles.
That's our lady!
This latest cycle of attacks will certainly be among the most infamous chapters in the long troubled history of... Environmental degradation is a novel driver for conflicts of all varieties. The needle-toothed nightmare, the barracuda. Barracuda, while most recognize it as the title of a classic rock radio. As one can see, routine, micro practices of risk management haven't really been effective in cleaning up this area. Clovis's communal guard against shark attacks came after experimenting.
I'm not an ornithologist, but I think it's probably a bad idea to get in the middle of flamingos' natural migration cycles. Just saying.
The shark is hurt. At this point, he needs to focus on self-care, such as meditation or in-home spa treatments. About saving lives, but it's also about safeguarding tourism revenue. The savage shrimper, Pookie Paul. The bull shark obstinately digs in as the conflict escalates. Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam. The school of barracuda frequents the waters around Trash Island, where they enjoy a steady diet of hypodermic needles and used pregnancy tests. Back on board the Cajun. Just like Kyle LeBlanc, our young bull is the inheritor of a long family tradition, struggling to find her place in the world. Clovis responds with swift, retributive action.
Dead Horse Lake should be embarrassing, right? But in Port Clovis, they put up a monument. Gotta be the best at something.
Any body of water saturated with sewage or slaughterhouse wastes can be quite appealing to sharks. New USGA Rule 4.182 might have saved these damaged clubs from abandonment. Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. Nothing gets a kingfish in the mood quite like watching a 73-year-old hit a double bogey. The fact that they've turned the waters off Baton Tordu into a spawning ground attests to their love of seniors golf. Golf ball diving is an exciting and growing field where you can risk alligators and venomous snakes for 7 to 10 cents per ball. Bull sharks have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals to stay healthy and grow. In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death. This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious, well-balanced diet. Hunger is a driving force for the bull shark. Anyone who has delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything. Somebody's drinking team has a drowning problem. When shark season ends, hunters return to their normal routine of bouncing checks and moves.
Shark fin traders come every year to Baton Tordu. Because what other way is there to celebrate killing beautiful animals for tasteless, nutritionless body parts than a $450 bounty?
Is a creature of great inscrutability. Vigilante fever has seized Port Clovis, making it dangerous for anything that swims. The fishing phenom, Candyman Curtis. The situation has escalated, and the price on the shark's head has risen.
like sinking sharks. A lot more better than sinking butts.
It seems Port Clovis has forgotten all about its rogue ship for now. The bull has a lusty appetite, to be sure. Golden Shores import this Mako from Sri Lanka and train it to guard their community? Not likely, but let's pretend they did, as it makes for a more interesting storyline. Goaded by lusty appetites, the shark's sole aim is to eat and evolve. The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. Sharks are just as dangerous on land as they are in the water. True hunters hold a deep hatred of wildlife in their hearts. None more so than the shark hunter.
In the Golden Shores area?
These rich people parties always end in a fight over whether a poodle Wheaton Terrier mix should be called a Woodle or a Wheaton.
The solitary hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment. With little fanfare, another bounty hunt comes to a close. Destruction of natural coastal habitats is sometimes necessary to build vacation homes for private equity fund partners. Fawtick Bayou has long been a favorite go-to spot for catfishing. feeding makes for a fascinating, if not slightly nauseating spectacle. No one can tell what may be found in a shark's stomach. It's truly the ocean's garbage. Shark is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater. The Bayou Brawler, the American alligator. A star in Big B's Bayou Buddy stunt show. But our shark is far too young to appreciate Rosie's classic brand of celebrity. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. The rapacious rover is always swimming, searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. An insatiable fish, the bull shark is 9/10 appetite. This protein supplement supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hitting artificial colors or flavors. The shark returns once again to her safe haven. This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious battles. Sultan of Speed, the Mako. Aggressive, the Mako is known as the peregrine falcon of sharks. But as the peregrine is a land-based bird, this designation means nothing to the Mako. The likelihood of catastrophic risk scenarios wasn't really considered when developers built a golf course in a flood zone. Upset by these incidents than the city council. It's remarkable how quickly Port Clovis takes up arms in the name of a murderous cause. Routine caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for shark.
As you can see, the Gulf Coast has stopped growing cotton and rice and started growing luxury vacation homes.
Catching me. I know it. Yeah, a breeze would be nice.
Predator dismisses prey with a fierce flick of the tail.
See that hold up? Suck it in one shot. Cliff Gillis. Tell you I didn't. He alive.
Catching me. I know it.
The fish takes quick, evasive action. Tigeroos are part of a complete balanced breakfast for anyone aspiring to one day suffer from fatty liver disease. Baton Tordu was built just in time for the slow decline of golf as a popular sport. Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. The Seawolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. During Prohibition, the pier functioned as a dock for rum runners, transporting British-made liquors from the Bahamas. As is well known, volleyballs make way better friends than soccer balls, who will stab you in the back the first chance they get. The bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. Founder of America's largest shark finning enterprise, Mama Maybelle Bryant has collected quite a fleet of recreational boats. Her fail sons, Randall and Tyson, can often be spotted piloting them around Sapphire Bay. keep Sapphire Bay's local hammerhead healthy and strain-free. Sometimes even sharks just need to dirty home. During Prohibition, the pier functioned as a dock for rum runners, transporting British-made liquors from the Bahamas. Long a haven for small government ideologues, Port Clovis prides itself in its lax amusement park safety standards. Danger on the water for shark hunters? Determined process servers. Their boats laden with bench warrants and affidavits.
Used to take Kyle to the carnival when he wasn't nothing but needing to board. The fact that he was afraid of that Ferris wheel should have told me he wasn't never gonna beat no dog.
Shark attack too often provokes Port Clovis locals into killing every swimming creature. Sharks' propensity to clear the ocean of its assorted detritus is one of their most valuable functions. The Hoosier hotshot, Ensign Tyler Dixon. Things are getting heated in this war of attrition between man and nature. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. The battle is over, but the war goes on. really a gourmand, the bull shark will eat just about anything. Believe it or not, people paid over $12,000 to sleep in these tents and listen to Swedish DJs for an entire weekend. The predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition. If you've ever seen John Singleton Copley's famous painting, Watson and the Shark, then you'll know that Copley was terrible at painting sharks. This shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. Like most American cities, the founders of Port Clovis were Freemasons, and probably Illuminati, who congregated in secret UFO bases to perform Luciferian blood rituals. The shark, perhaps having gone too far with her pranks and hijinks, is now the subject of a county-wide shark hunt.
RTA used to be my favorite lighthouse. People named it me. They got it out of me. That computer's a lot less fun to drink.
Shark hunters kill for the same reason we all do, to feel complete. corn-fed colossus, Butcher Boy Brady.
See you in a bit.
Despite increased aerial surveillance, confidence amongst tourists and locals alike is far from buoyant.
We haven't fun yet. Yeah, a breeze would be nice. Anywhere. That's right under me.
If only someone had done their 6th grade reading assignment, perhaps this tragedy could have been avoided.
Do it. Yeah, a breeze would be nice. Oh, it could be anywhere. Probably right under me.
These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. Having evaded justice for her heinous crimes, the shark is now the subject of a bounty.
Alright, Shark and Sapphire Bay. This is her.
The aquatic hunter is vulnerable on water.
This was the only known habitat of the speckled seaside sparrow. But, you know, they went extinct in 2007.
The evolutionary anomaly, the hammerhead.
Does it smell unusual? Or is it?
The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. The hunt is over, and there will be an inevitable rush on dollar drafts and flamingo tunes. The bull shark triumphs, overcoming her opponent's clearly superior depth perception.
took my hand, all right? Get yourself ready, boy.
Now we playing with power. God! She busting enough to get your attention, Annie? Y'all working my last nerve, girlie. I got a non-beat for some gold. Come on, this is just a game we play. Beaucoup fussy, ain't you? Need reinforcements. Don't drag ass now. That cage cost me $3,000. You stop that this right now, second. I got a non-beat for some bull. This girl's a crafty monster.
Scaly Pete Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love. In the not-so-distant future, a young visionary entrepreneur will spot these three shells while snorkeling and revolutionize after-toilet care. While they appreciate human sacrifices, the eldritch gods of yore are seldom enthused about being summoned to Port Clovis. A shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta. From the moment she's born, the shark's cold, expressionless eyes are constantly on the watch for food. The bull shark demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet. Even the self-driving technology of Gazorpazorp is not without its reliability concerns. Prosperity Sands reminds us that sometimes the construction of second and third homes supersedes considerations over the course of a bull shark's life. It will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam. The thick, fat-rich milk from a lactating seal enables short bursts of high energy, making it a popular choice for grad students. While fostering a balanced ecosystem is a complex and multifaceted process, what harm could arise from killing a bunch of seals? Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. Sharks in their place, hunters ensure they'll stay in their lane, so we don't have a Planet of the Apes. This trimaran, like many before it, was lost in its journey to the mythological dry land.
Prosperity Sands ain't had no shark attacks. You can thank OP for that. Prosperity Sands sure ain't.
It's essential that the shark returns to the water. Bull sharks have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. The ocean waters are driven constantly by tides, currents, and Saudi-owned superyachts. This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals to stay healthy and grow. In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death. The bull shark is quite a marvel of biological engineering. Thanks to powerful risk assessment software, we now know that this was a wildly idiotic place to build vacation homes. Became commonplace here after the previous mayor's practice of hiring Fijian shark charmers proved largely ineffective.
I shop here, I do. Nowhere else in town got that mango butter facial scrub I like.
Attention spans are short. They've already forgotten about the shark and her many crimes, so ends the bounty. This trawler, operated by Roger Cantrell, recently broke the state record for number of revocable commercial fishing offenses. Hunger is a driving force for the bull shark. Anyone who has delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything. Blah, blah, blah. Late-stage capitalism. massive shark hunt is now underway.
I know nothing about.
Local resorts have responded to sea level rise by importing 285,000 tons of sand and counting. Goaded by lusty appetites, the shark's sole aim is to eat and evolve. The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. With the hunters in pursuit of a dangerous shark, those closest to it prepare for the possibility that they might come home.
My ex's folk docked their boat at Painted Sails. But, you know, so do a lot of other New York couillons.
Caviar Key provides a scenic setting for humanity's destructive impact on the natural world.
Where the hell that fish swim off to? She gotta be somewhere out here. Should've brought my fish finder. I really should get them polarized. She's close. She gotta be somewhere out here.
Coastal risk analysis reveals that someday, someone here is going to get a sizable check from the National Flood Insurance Program. A day at the beach is a summer ritual that wouldn't be complete without plenty of sunshine, sandcastles, and circarial dermatitis. The Emperor of the Deep, the Great White. There is a very real risk of drowning while surfing, but at least you'll leave behind a cool-looking skeleton. is often referred to as the king of the ocean, which gives it a skewed understanding of the role of a monarch in modern society. Discovered that their Stonehenge replica was astronomically misaligned, enraged Port Clovians threw it in the ocean. Successful shark hunt is traditionally celebrated with off-brand cinnamon whiskey and large quantities of pseudoephedrine. Another king is reduced to the faceless many who've lived, died, and leave no record on this earth.
Beach you mean. Got a lot of nice-looking, wealthy women. Yeah, there's a court order says I can't be within 200 feet of the beach. But you can see a lot with a good set of binoculars.
For more than 3/4 of geologic time, the land was uninhabited. The solitary hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment. It's another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis. A great way to discourage museum attendance is to put your museum underwater. The grotto provides a brief respite from the Sturm und Drang of the Gulf. Built this mysterious underwater base, but odds are they probably own a Nehru jacket and a Persian cat. Due to Caviar Key's increased coastal exposure, storms that had a minor impact 3 decades ago cause significant flooding today. To see this area is to witness the inability of the hydrosphere to support the growth of humanized landscapes along the Gulf. Herring at Fish Fingers, Casanita just wants her favorite comfort food, raw shark. Port Clovis City Council never misses an opportunity for cross-franchise. No one can tell what may be found in a shark's stomach. It's truly the ocean's garbage. shark is unaware, the noose around its neck tightens thanks to a crack team of shark hunters.
I catch 3 of them killer whales they got there at fish fingers. You could say I got a real keen eye for talent. Although, gorillas really gotta work on those side areas.
And now a dangerous army of lawless, trigger-happy sadists begin shooting anything that moves. Is really getting whipped up into an apocalyptic fervor. The toast of the coast, Lieutenant Shannon Sims. Throwing caution to the wind, the big fish escalates its battle against Port Clovis. The bull shark is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. The hunt ends. But this is a mere pause in the eternal struggle between man and nature. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. Sea turtle numbers have exploded here. Bad news for seagrass, great news for orcas who enjoy torturing and eating them. Shockingly, this was only Alex's second worst birthday. The rapacious rover is always swimming, searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining. A quiet space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality. Sometimes even sharks just need to dirty bone. Goaded by lusty appetites, the shark's sole aim is to eat and evolve. This shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. The bull shark demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet. The solitary hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment. This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals to stay healthy and grow. This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious mass. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. Is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. shark returns to the grotto to focus on personal transformation. Flipped boats, splintered boats, exploded boats. These are the only boats a shark cares to see. Sharks are responsible for just 3% of hunter deaths. Drugs, alcohol, and poor firearm handling account for the rest.
Well, I said to them, you better build that boardwalk higher, because you're just asking for a shark attack like you got it now. But do they listen to me? No, not at all.
An insatiable fish, the bull shark is 9/10 appetite.
Somebody got her. Right.
The hunt is over, and there will be an inevitable rush on dollar drafts at Flamingo Joe. A shark attack too often provokes Port Clovis locals into killing every swimming creature along the coast.
Okay, maybe I don't know how to properly stock and manage a fish pond, but it's a learning process.
Recently, Port Clovis has gained a reputation for its derivative, politically confused street art. They don't give you no scholarships for winning no big air rail jam.
Probably right under me. Yeah, a breeze would be nice. Anything else to that?
The powers of society have retaliated with deterrent action. But mankind is ultimately impotent to stop Mother Nature's vengeance. The rapacious rover is always swift, searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. The white and black attack, the Orca. Orcas do enjoy playing with toys, but not half as much as a day-old seal does. Will now feast upon the shark's oversized liver, high in vitamins A, C, and B12, plus iron and riboflavin. Coastal tourism in the U.S. continues to grow, leaving millions of naive Americans vulnerable to the graft of beach umbrella renters. Coastal erosion currently impacts over 70% of the globe's sandy beach environments. The white and black attack, the Orca. Once the featured attraction at marine mammal parks, now have a new... Benjamin Franklin marveled at how quickly the Gulf Stream allowed him to travel back to America after his many Parisian whoring expeditions. Of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam. Bull sharks have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. Shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta. Electroreceptors at each side of the hammerhead's cartilaginous skull allow them to locate potential prey. Consists of hammerhead sharks. In certain cultural traditions, the shark is seen as a protector of sailors lost at sea. With 24 The Gulf is vast, 600,000 square surface miles to be exact, making it fifth among the world's seas. Hunger is a driving force for the bull shark. The shark hears the faint, distant sound of a minnow. Rover moves confidently through her liquid element.
Some real bad fish kills because of these oil tankers spinning. But it brings a lot of money into the economy. Can't argue with that.
Ice fishing is similar to regular fishing, but enjoyable only to upper Midwesterners. The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. Fort Clovis has long been a popular dumping ground for the military, thanks to its lenient regulations and low tipping fees. As we face impending resource scarcity and declining living standards, it's nice to know that in the meantime there's still a place to get a good bamboo fusion massage. If a T-Rex is your favorite dinosaur, then you're boring and unoriginal and you need to pick a different favorite dinosaur. With little fanfare, another bounty hunt comes to a close.
Fort Clovis really been sprouting up these past few years. Put some of my own money in this. Gonna be a lazy tag fun park.
While fears of ecological apocalypse are valid, you should see Execo Petroleum's previous quarter's earnings. Along Blanchard County's 78-mile coastline, there are 35 miles of sandy beach, only 6 of which aren't owned by resorts, individuals, or homeowners associations. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. The multi-million-dollar menace, Mama Maybell.
On her bow!
Despite Port Clovis's best efforts, the aquatic beast refuses to be tamed. It's vital that we extract an absolute maximum of resources before we cross Earth's apocalyptic threshold. Like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake. Hunters waste little time hitting the water when a shark begins.
I heard said Captain Blatty sunk his treasure somewhere around here. I'm funding a diving expedition every year for 10 years and I ain't found it yet.
The sea wolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race.
What are you waiting for? Anywhere. Looking right at me.
Not really a gourmand, the bull shark will eat just about anything.
Should've brought my fish finder. Yeah, a breeze.
Port Clovis has grown bored of the hunt, leaving our shark to fight another day. Giant monsters, or kaiju, occasionally visit Port Clovis to Concentrations of metals and hydrocarbons in the water show just how much the Gulf has progressed since Amerigo Vespucci first arrived here in 1497. The cetacean assassin, the sperm whale. The world practically ran on sperm whale oil. Now we can only watch them from afar, dreaming of tapping their skulls for all that sweet spermaceti. An intensive shark hunt is now underway.
into scuba back when he was a teenager. This museum's the first place I took him after when he got certified.
The water along Caviar Key is frequently described as gin clear. Which reminds me, I'm going to do another Singapore swing. Perhaps having gone too far with her pranks and hijinks, is now the subject of a county-wide shark hunt. The able-bodied seaman, Commander Percy Metcalf.
Hold up!
The idea that shorelines belong to the public comes from Roman Emperor Justinian, but only because he wasn't able to consult with the Association of Resort Developers and otherly wise lobbyists. Each year, North American offshore drilling rigs leak about 880,000 gallons of oil into the sea, leaving it for marine wildlife who know nothing about running a profitable energy company. Many consider the Gulf Stream to be the world's greatest current, but from you can't beat that Kurashito. Yes, it's quite beautiful here. Unfortunately, bull sharks can't see color. The underwater world is a fantasy, bustling with color and activity. This latest cycle of attacks will certainly be among the most infamous chapters in the long, troubled history of human-shark relations. The shark's life expectancy is at half, thanks to its lifestyle choices and risky behavior. Time is running out for our shark. Hunters are on the water, bringing their explosives and poor impulse control with them. As the terrain of the Gulf Coast is relatively flat, even a small rise in sea levels could trigger an immense loss of land. Resorts have responded to sea level rise by importing 285,000 tons of sand and counting. human and shark must so often meet as enemies. The beast of the fleet, Captain Robert Bruntlet.
You see it?
Using her quickness, the bull shark is able to escape serious injury. Takes quick, evasive action. Throwing caution to the wind, the big fish escalates its battle against Port Clovis. The ocean is a source of life, inspiration, and eternal renewal, but mostly exists to be exploited and commodified by humans.
The university sends their students out here every summer to study the reefs. Shit. Guess we all got different ideas about summer fun, yeah?
Is that it? That ain't it.
Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition. In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death. By royal decree in ancient Fiji. But this is decided.
Yo, better believe those sewer lines need work. I've had campylobacteriosis, cryptosporidiosis, leptospirosis. Let me tell you, partner, that ain't no joke.
Voracious, if hardly discriminating either. This recreation of the Titanic was so accurate, 1,500 people died during its maiden voyage. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. Sea sponges' demand for pineapple homes has sparked massive deforestation throughout Costa Rica. But being brainless, sponges rarely weigh the consequences of their buying decisions. Predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. As slippery as it is deadly. Delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything. Sharks' propensity to clear the ocean of its assorted detritus is one of their most valuable functions. Humans' record as a steward of our lakes and rivers has been checkered at best. Shark stomach, it's truly the ocean's garbage can. Water's murkiness or turbidity can significantly raise the risk of a shark attack. Weapons to take down alpha predators is a skill many shark hunters honed while in prison.
Driving on Dead Horse Lake. Get loaded for shark. It's hunting time.
Mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. Any body of water saturated with sewage or slaughterhouse wastes can be quite appealing to sharks. I would like to assure the Antolini crime family that this footage will in no way be used in the final edit of our program. Swimming at a waste disposal site heightens your risk of a shark attack, not to mention all varieties of diarrheal illnesses. Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible. As coastal communities face ecological collapse and ruin, it's still reassuring to know you can get in your 18 holes. Pier 1's Bird Dog Grill is famous for its endless platter challenge, featuring a dozen oysters, 1 full rack of ribs, 6 sausage links, half a barbecue chicken, and 25 spicy wings. The shark hunters have arrived. Soon we will see them in action, and quite possibly discover which one of them stole my car steering wheel. Beginning in 1946, WZUZ began broadcasting the country variety show Hillbilly Hayloft Hoedown, live from Pier 1. Coastal waters warm, it is often a harbinger of gore-crazed sharks.
Dad used to take me here for sailing lessons. He'd sit up on his trawler waving his hunting knife and yelling at me to sail faster.
planet's great tides encircle the globe in constant motion. Pete has built an impressive battleship. But will it be enough to endure the prehistoric might of a mega shark?
Hello there, girlie. As you can see, I came prepared today. Oh, I'ma fix you up real pretty. Fine will. We really getting going now. Gonna hurt you bad. Look at the size of her. This boat will come with everything. Getting y'all out swim a torpedo? This about the end for you. Need reinforcements! Don't drag ass now! We back on! You gotta be more careful. Somebody get down there! Torpedoes! I will chum y'all up! Get that thing back online! Gonna hurt you bad! Mounted on my wall. Getting y'all out swim a torpedo!
The shark has somehow survived the multi-gigajoule explosion unscathed. But just like that,